Hello, friend. So this is it. This is now going live and being recorded. And there's no hiding place from that. I realize sometimes I close my eyes also as a way of hiding. This is the first time I'm going live, doing a recording since 2021, close to 2 years ago when I started making YouTube videos. I pushed myself with the encouragement of a friend to just show up, to just record my first video. And I did. I hadn't shaved. My background did not look good. Not prepared with what I'm going to say. It's kind of the same now. But I wanted to make this start. So here I am, making a start. I hope that this is the start of a new and fruitful journey. I want to record myself as I am, or who I am. Not really hide behind being overly prepared about things, behind trying to be right, trying to come across the way that I would like to be seen or in a way that would be favorable. We've gone live with the 5 a.m. movement a few times, but this is different. It does make me feel vulnerable, and yet I'm really glad that I'm doing it. I have recorded things over the last couple of years, spontaneously live in the moment. I don't think I've ended up sharing any of them. They've mostly been stored on my phone in the form of an audio recording. It creates a different kind of accountability to show up in front of people live on YouTube. Really missed showing up unprepared, not knowing what I'm going to say. I was hearing Tim Kliss earlier today when I was going for a run. He was saying that he can't believe he speaks for an hour at length without knowing what he's talking about. And so many of us believe we know what we're saying, and really nobody knows. I do believe that. I have enjoyed just speaking spontaneously in the moment, on the spot, in the past. I've done it on stage or poetry open mics on YouTube or debates and group discussions, even speeches that I've given at university. It's a different kind of aliveness, presence. There's no option but to be in the present moment. When you're unprepared, just this moment, this screen, this camera, this mouth, this background. Yes, I did say this time that I will keep it addressed to you, the viewer. I do want to be seen this time. So many times my sharing has been in the form of speaking out to myself, like I would in a diary, writing a diary. But there's a different energy when speaking to someone else or someone else. Whilst continuing to be myself and letting whatever words wish to come out, give them the space to come out. They're not my words anyway. I could not have willfully and thoughtfully prepared, even if I wanted to. Because for that, there would need to be an I that's doing it. Where is the I? Starting to believe that there is no I. I'm willing to be humble that it's still a journey, a learning, figuring out about the I, moving closer, gaining clarity with time. I want to start talking about it, not be afraid, not wait for the time when I will have perfect knowledge, perfect clarity. I also want to let go of the need to be a guru or somebody who knows more or somebody who is that one that is the one that's helping. They're all stories. Starting to realize it more and more. With each person I hear, things just get more and more clear that it's all a story. This is a very, very elaborate and complex dream. I think I'm going to gain some of my own clarity by showing up here and speaking out in front of you. There is only so much to know. There's only so much to reflect or meditate. One keeps going in circles. This whole existence is just circles. Life and death, and happiness and sorrow, and you gain some, you lose some, and go again. And you realize that it's not really there. It's just a game, and not even that. And you can chill and start to enjoy it rather than getting overly worked up about it. And it's okay to be worked up. It's okay to be stressed. Okay to go through the whole spectrum of emotions. And yet, yet somehow nothing is happening. Nothing manifesting as things and as me and you in magical ways, which we may never understand. And who is there to understand? Has anybody who's gone to the depths of finding out who they truly are ever really found out anything? It's funny because all of us, myself included, want to figure out things, to understand things better, want things to be understood, predictable, controllable. We don't like uncertainties. We like to understand our emotions. We like to understand what's happening in the world. We like to understand more about a subject. And yet there is this constant I, that is the equal and opposite, or that is the necessary component in everything we do or we don't. There is the external world, the world that we interact with, other people that we talk to, objects, animals, things, situations. And there is this I, which is the center of us, this thing here that's interacting with this external world. Who is this I? What does it mean to be I? Where did this I come from? We question everything there is to question about the external reality, everything but the I. The I has never been questioned, although it's the biggest mystery. Yeah, I never questioned it as well. Went into all kinds of depths and breadths of trying to figure out what reality is, what existence is, what this universe is, where it came from, and why this universe even exists. That even the perception of the existence of the universe or of our own life, that perception is being done by this entity called I. What is this I? Where is it? Where in the body is it? Where did it come from? On what day was I born? Was it the day of the biological birth? Was it the day of conception? How come this sense of I doesn't seem to change? Although the body changes, thoughts change, situations change, there is this center, the center which sees everything, processes everything. The eyes stop to function, but perception doesn't stop. So perhaps the eyes are just an instrument. One's vision gets better and worse. In my case, I had glasses before, now I don't. And the quality of seeing, vision, is the same. What is it that is perceiving everything? What is it that is making inferences, making decisions, taking action, speaking these words? What do we really mean when we say I? So important to know that, because in everything that we say or do or think, there is an implicit assumption of I. I is a social construct. Society is a construct of the I. There's nothing there. I see it at times and sometimes I don't, and it's a journey, it's a process of seeing and unseeing for me as well. But there is increasing certainty that this is it. Initially, I used to find that all of these spiritual teachers, masters, religions, they speak different things. I was always curious to know what different religions said, what different spiritual organizations and wise people say, from Christianity to Zen, Tao, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, and all of these new gurus, Sadhguru, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Eckhart Tolle, and these new YouTubers. There are so many, right? I think I've explored most of them. Some were wanting to draw parallels, trying to see what might be common in them. This is just happening. I couldn't tell you why I was doing it or even what really I wanted to know, but I wanted to know something. It's been going on for a while. And this is the soul or the self's journey to finding itself. It turns out that I was never on this journey. It was happening all on its own, including speaking this, what I am right now, recording this video. It sounds crazy that there's nobody doing this. It's so ingrained in us, right? from an individual and a social perspective, that there is this centralized I that is doing these things. But I understand that, yes, there are individuals, human beings with brains that act, that interact, but there's nobody, there's no I, there's no person there. It's just happening. And it's still incredible how there comes about this sense of identification with the body, that it's I who's doing these things. And I still wonder how it came about. I still have questions about a lot of things. But there is coming a natural surrender. And on the one side, I find that it's making me more reactive, more crazy than I already was, acting out in unpredictable ways and sometimes regressing back to the old self, the old way of doing things. And yet this growing sense of realization that this is it. And somewhere there is a struggle going on, a duality going on, but the deep level there is an ease with this duality, this battle. I'm not sure if I explained correctly. So the battle is between this this human side, this I side, which really wants to be separate, wants to achieve all of those things that it always wanted, doesn't want to give up all these hopes and desires, and because that would mean death, that would mean losing the very essence of what I stands for. And yet there is this other side of surrender just happening. And it's not I that is accepting or surrendering. Never spoke in terms of the word surrender before, never really liked the concept of surrender. And yet while it's happening, it seems like a stripping away. There is that other side that is really crying and screaming. But there is this divine surrender that is just going on, and it's releasing burdens, releasing desires, releasing motivation and excitement to do things. I don't think I will ever be excited about things the same way, because oftentimes when we are excited and looking forward to something, we want something to go our way. There is desire there. And I'm sure there will be excitement, but it will be empty. That surrender is okay with it being empty. Empty of expectations, empty of good and bad, of right and wrong, of wanting things to be a certain way, and full of life in the sense that there's nothing blocking the flow of life, the flow of happening, the way it's best meant to happen, including all the efforts that I put in, including all the striving and all the frustration. Yes, there will be frustration, but nobody that gets frustrated. It's just happening. So one can continue to act the way that one always does, whilst being really, really chill from inside, no matter how one's acting from outside. It's really not you who's doing it. And until you're convinced, until I'm convinced, until we really encounter the truth, or rather, the truth shows itself to us. Keep looking, keep questioning. Who's this I? Who's this I? Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm not going to edit anything. Say whatever came out. It keep happening this way. May I share all these things that I've been wanting to share. Thank you.